Watch 7 Chief Meteorologist Bill Kelly on your side.
Tonight, living with a monster inside the life of alleged school shooter Nicholas Cruz. For the first time, we're hearing from the couple he was living with, how they reacted after the killings. Call to action, survivors announcing a march on Washington. Young students demanding the White House and Congress do something to stop gun violence as more victims are laid to rest. President Trump versus the FBI, the president facing backlash for using the school massacre to attack the FBI about the Russia investigation. Winter whiplash, new alerts from the west to Minneapolis. First, snow, and now the Northeast expecting record warmth this week. Racist remarks? The Fox News TV host under fire after telling LeBron James to, quote, shut up and dribble. And brawl at sea, an entire family booted off a cruise ship, blamed for a series of fistfights, turning the Lido deck into a cage match.
From ABC News, this is ABC World News Tonight.
And good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Tom Yamas. And we begin tonight with new details and insight about alleged gunman Nicholas Cruz, charged in the deadly school shooting in Parkland, Florida. Police say Cruz confessing to the murders of 17 students and staff members at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. Sheriff Scott Israel today paying a visit to 15-year-old Anthony Borges, shot 5 times in that attack. And tonight, the couple who took in Nicholas Cruz after the death of his mother breaking their silence, saying they had no idea a monster was living under their roof. ABC's Adrian Bankert leads us off in Parkland.
Tonight, a new glimpse into the life of the Florida school shooter just days before he opened fire on some of his own classmates. The family who welcomed Cruz into their home says, we had this monster living under our roof and we didn't know. Kimberly Sneed and her husband James tell the Sun Sentinel, everything everybody seems to know, we didn't know. Cruz pictured here at his mother's funeral. The alleged killer moved in with the Sneeds after her death. They say he followed every rule of their home to the T, but that he was battling depression and days before the shooting took him to a therapist. The day of the massacre, Kimberly Sneed says she left home to run errands. By the time she returned, Cruz was gone. The next and last time they saw him, he was in custody. They say he apologized. The Sneeds, gun owners themselves, say they allowed Cruz to keep a handful of weapons, including the AR-15 he owned, in a locked gun cabinet. They thought they had the only key. One classmate tells ABC News he ended any communication with Cruz as his behavior spiraled downward.
He started going after one of my friends and threatening her, and I cut off from there. He got suspended a lot of times, and he sold knives in his lunch boxes, and he was expelled, but no one expected him to come back next year.
Tonight, we know Cruz has now invoked his right to remain silent. He's being held in solitary confinement and remains on suicide watch.
There's no doubt in my mind that Nicholas Cruz shot many people, killed 17. The killer is in custody, and we'll move forward with the legal process.
And Adrian joins us live now from Parkland, Florida. Adrian, I want to go back to that couple revealing so much about Cruz and also the moment they came face to face with him after the shooting.
That's right, Tom. It was really emotional. Kim, the wife, says that she ran at Cruz, yelling at him. Her husband, James, had to hold her back. Now, the sheriff tells us that it could be 1 or 2 days or several more weeks before this investigation is complete, but that they aren't in a rush. Meanwhile, Building 12 here on campus where the killings took place remains a crime scene. Tom?
Adrian Bankert leading us off tonight from Parkland, Florida. Adrian, thank you. And a programming note, join us tomorrow for a Good Morning America exclusive. That family that took in Nicholas Cruz is speaking out in their first TV interview, The Exclusive, live on GMA tomorrow. Now to the survivors in that school shooting, turning their grief and anger into a call to action, including a march on Washington for stricter gun laws. Students leading emotionally charged rallies this weekend, delivering powerful statements to the president and to Congress. The White House today revealing the president will host a listening session with students on Wednesday. Here's ABC's Victor Oquendo.
Friends and family of 14-year-old Alex Schachter arriving to say their final goodbyes. The funeral for the freshman and aspiring musician, one of 4 held Sunday. while the community mourns the survivors from Stoneman Douglas demanding change.
They say that tougher gun laws do not decrease gun violence. We call BS! Enough is enough!
An outcry for action.
People are just dying around the nation constantly from gun violence, and so much of it could be prevented if our government and our legislators listen to our voices.
It's the time to unite.
The student-led group called Never Again now planning a trip to Tallahassee to meet with state lawmakers face-to-face.
We will combat them and do whatever it takes to change the way that our state runs and eventually the nation.
100 students heading to Florida's capital Tuesday, ensuring they'll have a voice in every meeting.
What are some of the bills, if you could talk to them since you mentioned that, specifically that you're looking to get changed here?
Well, we're definitely focusing on the assault rifle bill and the high-capacity magazines, but we're also focusing on the mental health.
The movement now expanding well beyond Florida.
March 24th, in every single city, we are going to be marching together as students begging for our lives.
These students from Stoneman Douglas telling Martha Raddatz they'll be demonstrating in Washington, D.C. in March with others from around the country, hoping to get attention and compassion from both sides of the aisle.
Democrats and Republicans both have children, so they both should be able to understand what it would be like to lose their children, and they both should come to a compromise and have compassion for these people.
Some very strong messages coming from all of those students. Victor joins us live now from the Growing Memorial in Parkland again tonight. Victor, it sounds like the students' words are getting through to Washington.
Tom, the White House says that the president is planning on meeting with high school students on Wednesday. He will host what they're calling a listening session. Then on Thursday, he will meet with state and local officials about school safety. Tom?
Victor Okendo for us. Victor, thank you. Now to President Trump unleashing a new attack on the FBI. In a barrage of tweets, the president bashing the FBI for missing the warning signs about Nicholas Cruz, the agency receiving a tip 6 weeks before the shooting, and President Trump facing backlash for using that massacre to criticize the FBI over the Russia investigation. Here's ABC's Kenneth Moten.
Tonight, a firestorm is erupting over President Trump's tweet connecting one of the deadliest mass school shootings in history to the FBI's Russia investigation. Trump tweeting, very sad that the FBI missed all of the many signals sent out by the Florida school shooter. This is not acceptable. They are spending too much time trying to prove Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. There is no collusion.
The president should be staying out of law enforcement business.
Members of Trump's own party say his tweet went too far.
So many folks in the FBI are doing all that they can to keep us safe. The reality of it is that they are two separate issues.
Trump's Twitter barrage was just beginning. He took another swipe at the special counsel's investigation after Friday's indictment of 13 Russians for interference in the 2016 election. Tweeting, if it was the goal of Russia to create discord, disruption, and chaos within the U.S., they have succeeded beyond their wildest dreams. They are laughing their asses off in Moscow. Trump has previously dismissed the Russia investigation.
There has been no collusion. I call it the Russian hoax. The entire thing has been a witch hunt.
And he's been hesitant to enforce sanctions on Russia for cyber meddling.
It could be Russia, but it could also be China. It could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay?
But now Trump conceding, I never said Russia did not meddle. The Russia hoax was that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia. It never did.
With the FBI indictment, the evidence is now really incontrovertible.
The president even calling out his own national security advisor for that comment on Russian meddling, saying General McMaster forgot to say that the results of the 2016 election were not impacted or changed by the Russians.
Kenneth is in West Palm Beach with the president. Now, Kenneth, the president's tweets are clearly emphatic about the claim there was no collusion between the Russians and his campaign. But lawmakers on both sides say he should be more focused on cracking down on Russian election meddling.
That's right, Tom. It's been a bipartisan course since the latest indictment from the special counsel. Republicans and Democrats in Congress are calling on President Trump to listen to the intelligence community, acknowledge Russian meddling, and take action in the form of tougher sanctions. Tom?
Kenneth Moten with the president tonight. Kenneth, thank you. Overseas now, the deadly plane crash in southern Iran. The Iranian passenger plane going down in the mountains, killing all 65 people on board. State TV reports rescuers are struggling to get to the crash site because of fog. Worried families gathering at the airport. You see them there waiting for any word from the scene. Now back here at home, and the winter season about to do a big 180. A new system slamming the west, moving from Seattle to Minneapolis. Iowa bracing for more snow and ice after a massive pileup involving more than 50 vehicles on Interstate 35. Let's get right to ABC weather contributor Sam Champion. And Sam, after all the snow this weekend, we're getting some heat.
Yeah, right behind that low that delivered the snow to the northeast is this pool of warm air that's been waiting in the south, Tom. Let me show you how it breaks free and makes its move up the coastline. So Monday, it's waiting down into the south, but Tuesday, watch it make a big push up into the northeast. Look at these Tuesday afternoon temperatures, 62 in New York, 59 in Boston. Meanwhile, Nashville near 80, Tuscaloosa at about 79, Atlanta at 75, Charleston at 77, and we will have millions of us at above normal temperatures by 20 degrees all week long. Now, I want to double back just in the Midwest for a second. Anywhere from Nebraska through Iowa, look at that area of pink. We've now extended into Madison, Wisconsin. There's an ice storm warning here for tonight into tomorrow, and really by tomorrow morning. This could be accumulating ice. So we're talking about a 1/4 inch of ice, Tom, to a 1/2 inch of ice. That's not only problems on the roads, but it's power outages, trees down. It's going to be a big story and a real problem for those folks.
We'll keep our eye on that ice storm in the Midwest. Sam, thanks so much. Next tonight, the All-Star Showdown for LeBron James. Fox News host Laura Ingraham accused of making racist remarks over James's political statements after telling him to, quote, shut up and dribble. James firing back. Here's ABC's Eva Pilgrim.
Tonight, LeBron James is not backing down.
We will definitely not shut up and dribble.
The NBA superstar speaking about comments Fox News anchor Laura Ingraham made about him on her show, which has some 3 million viewers. The battle started over this video of James criticizing President Trump on Uninterrupted, James's video platform.
The #1 job in America, the point of person, is someone who doesn't understand the people and really don't give a about the people.
Keep the political commentary to yourself. Or, as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
That lighting up social media. Other pro athletes and fans jumping to James's defense using the hashtag, we will not shut up and dribble.
Many claim my line that LeBron should shut up and dribble was racist. What? If you're a white NBA player and you said that stuff that he said about Obama, you'd never play again.
This isn't the first time James has been critical of the president. In September, calling the president a bum in a tweet saying, going to White House was a great honor until you showed up. James actually thanked Ingraham, saying she gave him another opportunity to talk about issues he thinks are important. She has invited him on her show. Tom?
All right, we'll see what happens with that one. Eva, thank you. Now to the Olympics in South Korea and Team USA's silver lining. The skier overcoming his own personal battles to make it back to the Winter Games and the Olympic podium. Here's ABC's Matt Gutman from Pyeongchang.
Tonight, this moment, the silver lining in a tough weekend for Team USA. Whoa! Freestyle skier Nick Gepper nailing his final run to claim his first silver medal. But it was a long climb back to the medal stand for Gepper after winning bronze and fame in Sochi. He spiraled into bouts of drinking and depression.
I had given up on myself and basically wanted to end it. I was really glad that I got the help that I needed.
Today, though, a different story.
Life is good.
John Henry Kruger also taking home the silver in short track speed skating Saturday, the first medal in the event for Team USA since 2010. The U.S. is now in 6th place in the standings, but looking to bring home more hardware. On the ice, big-time contenders Mirai Nagasu, who already made history, pulling a triple axel in team competition, and the Shib-Sibs, Maya and Alex Shibatani.
We're proud of how we performed. We feel really good.
Plus, Lindsey Vonn takes another shot at the gold this week in the downhill race, where she dominated in 2010.
And now, Tom, a doping controversy. The Olympic Committee here has said that a Russian athlete has failed a doping test. Now, he could be cleared on a second test. Still, it doesn't look good either for the Russians or for the Olympic Committee, which has allowed Russians to compete here despite calls for a blanket ban on them after allegations of a massive state-run doping operation by the Russians during the previous Olympic Games in 2014. Tom. Matt Gutman for us. Matt, thank you. And there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Sunday. A major chicken recall. It could affect your child's school lunch. What parents need to know tonight. Plus, Paradise Lost. A family accused of terrorizing fellow passengers aboard a cruise ship. Tonight, those passengers telling their horror stories of fistfights breaking out. And the end of the road for NASCAR favorite Danica Patrick. Why she was